Go both ways.
On the record, sharing is caring.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 5:02 p.m. Can we please start off with a roll call?
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, aye, Captain. Present.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Present.
Miss Sarah Turner,
Present.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Present.
Miss Elva Ariano.
Present.
All board members are present.
Okay, thank you everybody. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Ready and begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now we move on to the approval of the board agenda. Can I please get a motion to approve?
Just a quick note, Mr. President. I am here for a closed session, but for the regular session, I will be attending my son's last scrimmage basketball game at Rancho. So,
Okay.
you know, I missed out on quite a few, but I did look at the agenda and I didn't find anything controversial. I'm supportive. I can't tell you how I vote, but what I can say is I didn't see anything controversial, and I was very supportive of everything I did see on the agenda items.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that and let us know.
Motion to approve?
Okay, can I get a second, please?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Aye.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, today on the agenda for closed session items, we have 2.1, potential litigation under Government Code Section 54956.8 and 54956.9. And we also have item 2.2, conference with labor negotiators regarding Government Code Section 54957.6. Is there any public comments regarding closed session items?
We have no public comment at this time.
Seeing as there's no public comments, can I get a motion to adjourn to closed session?
Motion to adjourn to closed session.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Aye.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, we'll see everybody afterwards. Welcome back, everybody. We adjourned back, reconvening back into open session. There was nothing voted on, so there's nothing to report out. Moving on to 5.0, approval of consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
The motion, can I get a second, please?
Second.
Second, roll call.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Yes.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Now moving on to 6.0, reports information. Do we have anybody from SRTA here today?
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. We made it. Tomorrow was the last day of our 6-week summer academy. No, but it's been good fun. It's been such a wonderful experience getting to see teachers I don't normally get to see, getting to meet new students from across the district and getting to love them dearly, only to not see them again. I will only cry a little bit. But no, it's been a wonderful experience and I've enjoyed it immensely. We got a visit this week from Mr. Diego Sandoval and Mr. Andrew Sandoval, which is really nice to see. Some of our board members coming in, getting to see the students. Mr. Diego Sandoval got to watch a very riveting game of Go Fish with my students. Very fun. Yeah, we're got our 2 weeks until the school year starts up again. We are at SRTA, teachers are very appreciative that the district is starting off with very open communication as they're receiving information from the state about reopening, they're relaying it to us, which is helping teachers because, you know, we don't start when the school year starts, we're already planning ahead now. So it's good to get that information and get, okay, this is what we can do. So very appreciative of it, and it bodes an optimistic light for the next school year. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much as well. We always welcome your feedback. Do we have anybody from CSEA?
No, we do not.
Okay. So moving on to the superintendent's cabinet, we'll start off with Mr. Victor Sandoval. I think you're muted. No, we still can't. One second, we're just having a little bit of technical difficulties. Is it for everybody's speaker or is it just Victor's? Should we try a different director to see if their mic's working? Okay. Can we move on and we'll come back to Victor. Mr. Chuck Helm, please.
Yeah, good evening. Not sure what the tech, but I heard you loud and clear, Victor, FYI. So I don't know if it's in the boardroom or what, but anyway, I'll go ahead and go. I just wanted to thank our staff for stepping up and coming out and doing the summer meal program. We serve approximately 16,000 breakfast and 16,000 lunch just in the summertime. Just to give you an idea, we're usually around 5,000 or 6,000 a piece on those. So they really stepped up and took control and got it done and gave their time up, and now they're going to get a couple weeks off. So I appreciate all of them. I had a nice meeting with Victor and the engineer over at the GB Portable to talk about the new service line the temporary service line that's going to be over there while they're doing construction. It's a good meeting. I appreciated being involved in that. So thank you, Victor. We will have to probably purchase a couple pieces of equipment. The good thing about that is that we can then use those pieces of equipment to replace outdated ones at some other sites. So it'll be a win-win there. And then lastly, just to update on one of my Friday letter items, I'm still working on getting a Titan rep to come out and visit to do some training for our department staff. I think it'd be great for them to get a refresher on the program they haven't used in over a year and to kind of go through some of the new items that Titan has added. So still waiting to see if they have any reps available. It's a tough time of year for them because they're all out visiting school districts. If they can't come out, we also have an option of doing remote with them, or they have some training videos. So one way or another, we'll get some training from them for our staff. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Chuck, and to your staff as well for the summer lunches. Is there any questions or comments from the board?
I just want to say to Chuck and his staff, a thank you for all the incredible work over the summer. And I know all of last year, and I know coming up into the new school year that it's all going to be different again for, a third year in a row. So just gratitude for all the hard work.
Yeah, I'd like to agree with that. And I pick up my kids at John G, and the ladies there are fantastic and always smiling and greeting and handling both the drive-ups and making sure every student walks out with a lunch and breakfast. So kudos to you and your staff.
Okay, if there's no more comments, is Victor your mic? Okay,
Testing, 1, 2. Can everybody
there we
hear
go.
me? Hey, right on.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you very much. Hey, so in the past few weeks, we've been super, super duper busy. Portable projects are going very well. I want to say ahead of schedule, but I don't want to, throw any dirt on this. But anyways, yeah, I think definitely we're going to be having these portables ready for opening of schools. So it was a very aggressive schedule, and we should be able to make it. So they're looking great. The other thing is, I know that on my Friday letter, I mentioned something about surplus, and what we're doing is I've contacted Gov Deals just to have them come down and see what is sellable and what is not. So, and then third, we do have a non-compliant resolution going for ratification later on today, and I'll be presenting that. That's it. That's all I got for you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board?
I'm just looking forward to visiting some school sites, in the near future. I'm excited about our conversations at the facility committee. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you also to you and your staff as well. We see everybody out there working and trying to get the schools ready and stuff, so thank you. Okay, moving on to Ms. Rosa Zamudio.
Yes, good evening. You can hear me. So I just want to give some update in regards to the budget for the new year. And as you know, we were waiting on the state to adopt the budget. They just did that last week. So today was actually the first meeting that we had that they could talk about all of the updates. So I just wanted to mention some highlights that you're going to see coming up. I'm still waiting for guidance from Monterey County Office of Education to see if they're going to require the 45-day budget revision. Usually they do this when they change the COLA. As you remember last year, it was negative COLA and then it was 0%, so we were required to do it. This year, the COLA stayed the same, so we still have 7.07 COLA, so that's really good news. Something good as well is the additional funding for the expanded learning grant. We received one at the end of last fiscal year, and it looks like right now they approve another grant for similar services. So we still don't have the allocation. We just know that they're going to distribute $1 billion between the schools from K through 6th grade. Usually the state works on the district allocations between July and August. So as soon as I have the allocation, I will bring that to you. They also talk about the cash referrals for this new year. So they're eliminating that. So that's really good news. And something that it was really, really good news that I was just sharing with Melissa today, it was about the additional funding for the concentration grant, which is part of the LCAP. So as soon as I got this information today, like around 4 o'clock, I start working on the calculator and doing the math. And I was just sharing with Melissa and Donna that we're getting almost $1 million extra for that. It's $967,000, so that's really good. It's really exciting because this is going back to the low-income students. So I'm looking forward to work with Donna on the allocation for these funds, and also looking forward for the guidance for MCOE and the state in regards to specific numbers. So you're gonna get that moving forward. And just an update on my department, we're just really busy, and we're working on the reclassification for the LCAP account code. So that's a big project that we're working on. We started this year, so we're hoping to get it done as soon as possible before the school starts. And we're also working on the school sites allocations as well. And we're hoping to get that done this week as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The only questions or comments was on your Friday letter, I do appreciate how you're mentioning about the charter accounts. I've heard other districts or schools sometimes have issues from being able to spend money because there's not so much a category for that. So I do appreciate that's a lot of legwork's being done now. So that way when our staff works on it. And it's also good to hear the district is putting a priority this year, especially after the year we've had for our students, to kind of help them get back on track, and looking forward to helping our students and our families, reincorporate again into in-class learning. Any questions or comments from the board? No? Okay, thank you. So we're moving on to Dr. Summer Prather-Smith, and I also want to say welcome to your first board meeting.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Hold on, I think there's a little staticky in your... Yeah, hold on. Yeah. You sound like a robot.
If you want to go to someone else and come back, I've spoken to you.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to her. Okay, so moving on. I think she froze. She froze. Okay. Okay, we'll move on. Okay. We'll move on to Ms. Donna Coney, our new Director of Curriculum and Instruction.
Good evening, everybody. My first board meeting as the Director of Curriculum Instruction.
Oh, that is true. Welcome. Welcome to the
It's an amazing team, and I'm really honored to be a part and humbled. So thank you so much. Want to congratulate all the summer school teachers and all the hard work they've done. It's been amazing watching and going and doing some observations and seeing their excitement with the kids. So great job, all the teachers out there for summer school. Also, we're going to be moving forward with a town hall meeting next week on Thursday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. Very similar to the town hall meeting we did last April, with the English Spanish dual presentation to transition our parents information, to give our parents information regarding the reopening, and very excited about that and working with this amazing team and Rosa on the LCAP budget. That was exciting news this afternoon. So thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
No, thank you very much. And we're also excited in your new role. We're going to do awesome things. Any questions or comments from the board? No? Okay. All right. Thank you. Is Doctor, she's back? She's back? Okay.
Is that better?
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. Something about, I don't know. So I switched computers. So thank you all. And thank you for having me here for my first board meeting. I'm so excited to be back in the Santa Rita district with all of you. We've definitely hit the ground running. I really want to start with a thank you to Victor and his team. Thanks to the support of the site administrators and Victor's team, we've been able to begin our work on not just 2, but 3 family resource centers in the district. So we will be opening a family resource center at McKinnon, at John Gutierrez Middle School, and at Santa Rita. So it's exciting to start off the year with those 3 spaces. Not quite ready to go yet because furniture is way on back order, but the spaces are there, and Victor's team's done a lot of work to get those spaces ready for us. So I really want to thank his team. I've also been able to meet with and collaborate with several of our community organizations and get their buy-in to our family resource centers. They're all really excited about the innovation within the Santa Rita Union School District. We met with the food bank yesterday. And they, one of the comments that they made is that they can definitely see our model becoming a model County as we partner with them along with our other organizations. No, again?
No, you're good. You're good now.
So, so with that, I can't wait to welcome all of you over to our Family Resource Centers, hopefully in the next few weeks, to see where we're at and to share the ongoing work that we'll be doing there. And then I've also had the opportunity to meet with each of the preschool staff, or pretty much all of the preschool staff at Little Bear Creek Preschool, get to know each of them and learn a little bit more about that program. So it's been a really exciting couple weeks.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's super exciting news about the potential for the 3 family resource centers. That's amazing things that the staff and the directors are doing to kind of make these things happen for our family and our students. Any questions or comments from the board?
So this was one of my most exciting Friday letters to read from all our departments. Things like LCAP and family engagement and, just the new things. But, one thing that really caught me was, the community resource centers that were wow. That's a big win for our district, and I'm glad to see that you're hitting the ground running. I'm just really excited. Those are the things that really get me excited, that we're going to be able to provide those spaces for our families, because we all know that, the more the parents are involved, the more the students will succeed. So I just want to, thank you for your work, and I'm glad that you're reaching out to the different, nonprofits, food bank, and, maybe, I'm sure you have a lot of ideas. So, legal resource. There's just so many different things we could offer our families. So great job and a great start. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, now moving on to the Director of Special Education, and welcome Ms. Melanie Grundy to your first board meeting.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Well, today was my official first day, and I just want to thank everyone for making it just so welcoming, and the tours, and just being so helpful as I transition and join the Santa Rita team. I'm just very grateful to be here and excited to collaborate and work towards supporting our students and access. So anyways, thank you. And I look forward to providing more of an update at our next board meeting.
Okay, thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Any there? No? Okay. Okay, moving on to Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Ms. Becky Moore.
Thank you. Just a few things to report tonight. I'm very pleased with the negotiations that we have had in the last few weeks with CSEA. We are working on final details now for a tentative agreement and are expecting to move that along pretty quickly now. So I'm really appreciative of the collaboration with our classified staff. We are working on the final hiring of our certificated staff for the new school year. We had 2 last-minute teacher resignations due to some family circumstances over the last couple of weeks. So we are now looking at 3 teaching vacancies that we're working to fill as quickly as possible, and still working towards filling that speech language position. And finally, in preparation for the new year, we have our new teacher orientation coming up on the 30th. And so we're working with various partners and getting that put together and planned so that we can get all of our teachers off to a good start in Santa Rita.
Okay, thank you very much. That's awesome news. Any questions or comments from the board? No, we'll just continue doing an awesome job. Moving on to the board and superintendent, we'll start off with Mr. Andrew Sandoval.
Thank you. Well, I'm really excited to hear the success of our summer programs. I had a chance to visit John G. Middle School, and they're doing some very innovative and creative games. I don't know if Mr. Ramirez reached out to you, but I thought it would be a good team building experience. I don't know how many injuries would occur, but I just think they're doing a lot of innovative things. I think they were playing Pac-Man. I didn't know you could play Pac-Man as a PE sport, but they are, and they're. I had an opportunity to play a game. I'm not sure what it was called, but yeah, we'll have to revisit that. So my explanation will not be adequate, but they had a combo dodgeball obstacle course thing going there. So I also had a chance to meet with one of the PE teachers, well, two of them, Mr. Stockdale and Mr. Martell. And Mr. Martell has in charge of this garden that the students had an opportunity to have a live salad bar. So that's really creative. He had an idea for doing some kind of compost. And then we also toured the track, and he found a great place where there could be some kind of a sandbar for long jump. It was almost seemed like it was made for it. So just a great time, and listening to their passion and their willingness to put in the extra work. I think Stockdale said he would go to the beach every day and bring like a bag of sand. So it's great to see the passion. And as driving one of my youngsters to La Jolla, I had never seen him so excited to go to school. And we drove by, and he said, "Oh my God, there's my teacher!" And then it turned out, I'm like, "Well, what classroom are you in?" And so he's like, "Well, I'm in class 21." And so they've been doing a lot of amazing things. He's really excited at all the art opportunities, all the games. He's very competitive. But I'm really excited that we had a great summer academy. Let's see what else. I also had a chance to talk to Mr. Ramirez about the possibility of, some PTA formation. And I know we're still in COVID, but at, some volunteer opportunities for parents. I think given that opportunity, a lot of parents would participate and help and take pride in the work that they do in improving some of our school sites, So that's all I have. Thank you.
And I do apologize. I just realized that I did skip over 6.3, the principal's spotlight for the Summer Academy. So I don't know if you mind. Yeah, go next. Yeah, and I really do apologize. Yeah, okay. I didn't notice.
Something here that I want to say. Yeah, right here. This one.
It's not on. Is it on? There you go. Well, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart very much to the board, Superintendent Alderman, all of our cabinet members, as well as the staff who gave up their summer break to make sure that our summer academy was second to none. It was amazing. Again, special thanks to our two board members who visited us, Jacob and Andrew. It just meant so much to everybody that you took the time. Thank you. And you came twice. That was amazing. I am so moved to see the dedication, hard work, and coordination of everyone involved. I mean, this was a really team effort. Every department was involved, and it was so inspiring to see how everybody takes so much pride in their work here at this district. It's new for me, and I am just so overwhelmed by it. Indeed, this is the little district that can and does, absolutely. I would also like to thank our parents for their outpour of support for our in-person summer academy. It was so wonderful to see our students back in campus. It was just amazing. So all in all, I would say, would you agree that our summer academy was like a blockbuster? Now that we're going to be able to go back to see movies and things like that because it's the summer, I thought, well, what a great way to, why not call it a blockbuster? It was a great blockbuster. So as such, we Ms. Danny Crouch, who is one of our amazing teachers at Summer Academy, we have a little popcorn for you so that you can enjoy a little trailer that we made that captures the essence of the amazing Summer Academy that 2021 was. So again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Wow. He was talking about popcorn. Thank you. Somebody was, thank you. Perfect. was awesome.
That was amazing. You left me speechless. No, that was a really great video. It was great to see all the great things that happened during the Summer Academy. Any questions or comments from the board? No, I think everybody's just speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, yes, thank you for the popcorn. Nice touch. Yeah, no, the video was very amazing. So now you set the bar pretty high now? Okay. Okay. No, we appreciate it. I'm sure the parents and the students also appreciated, being able to be back on campus and all the games and stuff as well. So thank you.
One of the things you highlighted, and I saw in the video a lot, was at La Jolla and John G's. You see a lot of smiling faces, and you pull up as a parent and you're like, wow, everyone's just so friendly and welcoming. So I think seeing that whole team effort, it was just great. So great job to everybody.
Okay, thank you very much. So back to the board reports, Ms. Sarah Turner.
I don't have anything to report for myself other than just express my gratitude for all the hard work that I know has been going on this summer. And I know that we've had a lot of transitions and people moving to new jobs. And I just appreciate people hitting the ground running and being committed to student success. So thank you to everybody for all their hard work.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Elvariano.
I have nothing to report, but I do want to say and thank you to everyone who are new staff members, district office, and throughout the whole district. Like Sarah said, their hard work, and I'm sure they're glad to be back because after this pandemic, it really set us back a little bit. But the teachers and the district office and everybody, parents and everybody, really they pulled through this whole time, and my gratitude goes out to all of them and the kids too. So, but thank you very much.
Okay, for myself, I was able to visit John Gutierrez in La Jolla, and also thank you, Mr. Ramirez, and also the staff at La Jolla and the teachers. I think sometimes it's really good for, well, I know some of the board members are teachers, but board members to visit schools because it helps make the connection of why we're here and why we do this and what the focus is. And I think as long as the focus is always on the students and the community, you just can't go wrong with what it is and stuff. So it was great to see a lot of the things that teachers were doing and the excitement on the students' faces and the games and stuff. So I just want to thank all the teachers who let me into their classrooms, who took the time to share and kind of show me what was going on and stuff with the garden and the games and the activities and stuff. So I just hope that's a continuation of when the school begins. I do want to say I got approached by a lot of teachers, and they do say they do love working at this district, and they say that the district staff and stuff is very supportive, and that's one thing they do appreciate quite a bit. So that's awesome to hear. And I just want to be able to continue that because I think when there's good relationships between the teachers and the staff and the district and the board, then wonderful things can happen for the students and the families. So I think that's always a good thing to keep in mind in our day-to-day things. So thank you very much. And moving on to Ms. Alderman.
It's been a busy couple weeks in July. So starting the new school year, I'm so thankful for the team that I have working around me, including our site administrators and our teachers who are here for Summer Academy, as well as our 12-month employees who've been working really hard to get our sites ready for an opening. Looking forward to continued work as we build budgets that provide wraparound services for our students. Everyone's firing on all cylinders right now on how we can have a great start to the school year. So I'm really thankful for that. We had a great facilities meeting. Want to just kind of give everybody an update. So what we're looking at doing is really spending this year in terms of our in-house projects that we need to do, really engaging our stakeholders, prioritizing our work, looking at what we want to do in the short term, the next term, and then the long term. and prioritizing that around how that impacts campuses, instructional services, and making the best decisions that we can for our districts and our families. Looking at a couple of school sites just to see how they were built, what the structure looks like, as we're working with our WASP group to do an agreement for our next school site for the Santa Rita Union School District. So sort of putting an eye on that, maybe taking a couple trips and being able to keep our stakeholders engaged in that process so they know where we're going in terms of building a new school, as well as what we're planning on doing with our current wonderful schools and how we can make sure that we're modernizing those in an appropriate manner to meet the needs of our students.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions or comments from the board? No? Okay, well, thank you, Melissa, and keep doing an awesome job as well. Moving on to 7.1, public comment on non-agenda items. Nothing? Okay. 7.2, public comments on agenda items? No? Okay. Moving on to 8.0, business, approve MOU between SRUSD and MCOE.
Yeah, so that's my item. That's the agreement between Santa Rita Union School District and Monterey County Office of Education. It is to replace the fence in McKinnon Elementary School and place in a new fence that is more environmental friendly for our special education program. And as you can see, I added the details here, but the agreement was that Santa Rita will pay 50% of the cost, but not to exceed $75,000. And the payments are scheduled, half of the payment on this new fiscal year and the other half on the next fiscal year.
Okay, thank you. Questions or comments? No? Can I get a motion to?
I had
yeah.
a question. When is this project slated to start and finish?
So we're still working on the schedule, and we requested that information from MCOE, and we're waiting to hear back from them. So this is just the contract, and as soon as we get more information, we're going to share that with everyone.
So I did clarify with their director of maintenance operation and facilities at MCOE, and he assured me that it would not impact the start date for our school year. It is a matter of replacing a portion of the fence and kicking it out and changing where it goes to allow for a more appropriate entrance and exit for that Ruth Andresen building. And that the work that is needed that would impact student access to that particular area of campus will get underway ASAP and be completed before our students begin on August 4th.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? No? Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve 8.1.
Motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Yes.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Arellano,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Moving on to 8.2, approve resolution for improvements of facilities exempt from DSA requirements.
Yes, that is my item, and this is the item with that I mentioned earlier. Basically, this is a resolution to identify a non-compliant building in the campus of Gatlinburg View. During the submission of plans and specifications for the kitchen modernization and the new portable that we have on the campus, Division of State Architects identified this building as being non-compliant, meaning that this building has never gone through any of the regulations of Division of State Architects and has never been approved by them. However, I have also attached IRA. It's IRA 22, and that's interpretation of two regulations, which gives us a caveat of how we can maintain this building on the campus. However, there's guidelines that we need to meet by setting fencing around it and putting the proper signage on it. And so the attached resolution identifies the building, and we need to submit this resolution to Division of State Architects for any further approvals of the kitchen.
Okay, I have a question. So assuming we approve the resolution, it goes back to DSA and they kind of determined if it meets the guidelines of making it a storage, so it doesn't require their approval?
Part of their approval is to have the resolution identifying that it's a non-compliant building and you guys recognize it, and we don't allow any staff or students into that area with a buffer zone away from the building.
So it's primarily be a storage unit, but staff would be going there, but just for as far as not teachers or?
Teachers or students.
Interesting. Okay, that's kind of red, yeah.
Signage up to them.
Kurt, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. And basically that's what it's being used for now, right? It's holding the,
This building is currently being used by Monterey County Reading is Fundamental program.
okay, kind of their storage. I remember walking through it with Victor. Okay, cool. Any other questions or comments from the board? No, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Yes.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Alva Ariano,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Moving on to 10.1, CSBA manual maintenance, June 2021.
Hi, everybody. Surprise. Here I am. I am bringing to you tonight the June updates for our board policies. And I'm sorry I didn't bring them last in June. I was out of the office for a little bit, taking a vacation. So tonight you have for yourself the June updates to our board policies. I just wanted to touch real quickly on the highlighted items on the checklist. The first one that you see listed there, AR 1312.3, that's just an update to our uniform complaint procedures. I have recommended to the board that we select option 1. That is what we have on our current policy. So I recommend continuing to stick with option 1, as well as the contact information in that policy, of which a member of our school community would reach out to if they needed to discuss a uniform complaint and the procedure. I also wanted to point out BP 1313, which is brand new to all districts, that is focused on civility and how we treat each other and behave when we're working within our community with each other and at our workplace. So that's new for everybody. The other new policy coming forward for districts in the June updates is BP 3515.31, which is around school resource officers. If at some time we would want to work with resource officers, again, it describes setting up the MOU process and which parties would be responsible for what areas in terms of working with school resource officers. And then the last little highlight, just to point out on page 2 of the checklist at the top, AR 5141.4 is an update on the child abuse prevention and reporting. And that contact is always CPS, or Children, Family and Services. So I've listed as that's what we have in our current policy, and that's will be listed in moving forward when I put the updates in tomorrow. And then I also included the guide sheet, as always, on page 3, which gives a nice summary of each policy. If you just need a quick read, as well as then the full policies attached in the document. So if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. If not, I would just expect to see a few straggling policy updates during the month of July, as we're hearing new rhetoric from the state of California and in how it applies to education and what we're going to do with coming back to school. So we had something very similar happen last year as some policies came forward as there were new initiatives put out.
Okay, thank you. And I do support your recommendation as far as the option. I got a chance to, actually looks thicker, but not every page has a full policy guidelines. So it's actually not too bad of a read. In going through this, at least for me personally, a lot of times with what's going on in the news, I'm very thankful that I live in California because a lot of the stuff that's geared towards recycling, restorative justice, and a lot of different concepts that are included in that policy, I do appreciate. So. Any other questions or comments from the board? No? Can I get a motion to approve with going with option 1 on the first policy?
Motion to approve.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Yes.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to item 13. Thank you Nadine as well. Moving on to item 13.1, approve Santa Rita Union District Strategic Action Plan.
I am bringing back our strategic action plan that we worked on during our workshop for approval with all of our changes that we made during our workshop. And I'm really excited to bring this to you so that Santa Rita Union has a nice one-pager where people can go and say, what is this district all about? And this is what we're all about.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for doing also the retreat where we're able to put this all together. Any comments or questions from the board?
I just want to thank everybody for their thoughtfulness and their just, I felt like when we worked on it, people's commitments to the district and to the kids was just so apparent.
Definitely, I agree. And it was nice having that conversation between ourselves as well. Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Can I get a second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
I'm going to vote yes with the hopes that we follow Ms. Ariano's suggestion to put our motto at the district office and maybe at our school sites as well, just so we make that clear to our community where we stand. Thank you.
Ms. Sarah Turner,
Aye.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations, everybody. Moving on to item 13.2, information regarding the 2021-2022 school reopening.
Donna Koenig is going to share a slide presentation for me. And she's at the last slide. I'm going to have her back it up. Okay. There we go. Okay. You guys asked for information at our last board meeting about what our start to the school year will look like. We've had some updates in the last week from the California Department of Public Health, as well as CDE and the governor's office. So I'm hoping to sort of incorporate all of those and give you a vision of what our new school year will start out with. So our first slide, a little bit of highlights from the CDPH guidance. Of course, students benefit from in-person learning, and safely returning to in-person instruction in the fall of 2021 is a priority for the state and the California Department of Public Health. K-12 students are required to mask indoors with exemptions per CDPH face mask guidelines. So this is what came out from our CDPH this week. Adults in K-12 school settings required to wear masks when sharing indoor spaces with students. And for indoor spaces, ventilation should be optimized. That would include school buses as well. And that we follow the strategy for staying home when sick and getting tested. So how that might look for SRUSD schools as we move forward. So all school sites will open for in-person instruction. Student busing will resume like we did in a normal year. And parents also will have the option of fully online instruction offered through the SRUSD virtual learning program for grades K-8. Originally, we talked about beginning our VLP program in grades 4 through 8, but our California Department of Education sent out a new requirement for districts to be able to provide online instructions for grades K through 12, which means K through 8 for us. And our wonderful new coordinator of virtual learning program, Nadine Dermody, just immediately took that mandate and began building programs with Donna Koenig and her staff. And safety measures on site would include things that we already have in our safety plan, such as hand washing, available sanitizers, increased ventilation, indoor masking, and distancing where we can. Donna Koenig is already taking up the ball on helping develop the upcoming town hall meeting for next week. We thought it was really important to give a forum to give information to all of our families, because there's lots of questions, lots of things in the news that may or may not impact us, and just being able to give everyone a place to gather that information and ask clarifying questions. So SRUSD will be hosting a town hall next Thursday to discuss, among other things, in-person learning, online learning options. I know there'll be questions about busing, after-school programs, and probably many more things that we can anticipate. We'll be streaming our town hall online at 6 p.m., English and Spanish. And we're also going to open some rooms on campus, and that'll be announced to allow for some viewing locations in case we have individuals who need access to technology that they may not be able to log in from home. And we'll be sending information out tomorrow, the 15th, and then, of course, reminders next week prior to the meeting. And like we did for our town halls last, last spring, we will go ahead and post an email so people can submit questions in advance.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you, Donna, for setting that up so quickly as well. And I understand that this is just an initial phase, and I'm sure the state's going to come up with new guidance tomorrow, and then everything will be different. So I encourage the community and staff and also board members to try to attend the town halls, just in case we also understand what's going on there. Questions or comments from the board?
I just wanted to reiterate what you said, which is that the state keeps changing on us. So if people are frustrated at home, please understand that we are frustrated here too. And we're going to try to keep making the best decisions that we can for kids and get information out as quickly as we can. But, you know, we had a situation Monday from the state, all the districts did, where the information that we were told we had to do at 3 o'clock was not the same information that we had to do at 7 o'clock. So things are in flux still.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Any other questions or comments from the board? No, we'll just want to encourage everybody watching to please attend the town hall. And so we have as many participation as possible. So when the school reopening happens, it's as smooth as possible as well. Well, as can be. If there's nothing else, thank you for the informational item. And we'll move on to 14.1. Our next board meeting will take place on July 28th, which is a Wednesday, which is 2 weeks from now. And then 14.2, suggestions for future board items. Is there anything from the board?
I did want to clarify that our first August meeting is going to be the Thursday instead of the Wednesday, or are we going to meet on the Wednesday? That's the first day of school. Sometimes we've moved it in the past. Or the week after.
You know what? We had not discussed that. It is the Wednesday after the first
Yeah, I mean,
Wednesday
as
of
long as
school.
you're fine with that date.
Yeah, it's, so for us, it's scheduled August 12th, I believe. Can somebody quick look at it?
I would say August, we kept talking about August 12th, but August 12th is a Thursday, so I want to clarify that it is going to be the August 11th, just a week after the first day of school will be our
Correct.
regular.
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably me just saying the wrong, August 11th.
Yeah, just sometimes we've moved that. So sometimes we move stuff that has a conflict. So just for my own clarification, it's the 11th. Yes. Thank you. And we are going to be meeting on the 28th as well.
Okay, thank you. Any other future board items, questions, comments? No? Okay, seeing if there's none, can I get a motion to adjourn at 7:19?
Motion to adjourn?
Can I get a second?
I second.
Second, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Miss Sarah Turner,
Aye.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Miss Elva Ariana,
Aye.
Mr. Neil Patel is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us and have a good evening.
Thank you.